Okay. Hello, everyone out there. Welcome to another edition of the ISB show. I'm your host, Sahil, here with Rahi and Roy. We put out a video the other day for all you viewers out there about the Ballon d'Or. Roy thought Rodri would win. Rahi thought his Real Madrid boy, Vini Jr. would win, with the rest of the world probably thought. And in the end, Roycito, you were correct at the end. But
never fail. Always right, boys. When was the last time I was wrong in one of these quiz questions?
Oh, I don't know.
2018, 2017, around there.
We'll get our stats guy to look that up.
We gotta look that up.
wherever he is. But
intern over there.
No, so look, Rahi, are you okay with this? You happy with this? We'll get into the controversy in a second.
I think you can't hate Rodri. There's nothing hateable about him. I would never say he doesn't deserve something because he's such a likable player, such an important player for a team like Manchester City, who's been so good, for Spain, who won the Euros. But I mean, the problem I have is it's a City team that didn't win the Champions League. And by the way, he gets hurt at halftime of the final, right, in the Euros. And so as much as I feel he's an important player, I'm happy for him. I can't say he doesn't deserve it, but it feels a little bit like a very weak class. And also it feels like a player that almost like a default win, Roy. Like I understand it, but I can't say he's the best player in the world. I'm sorry. I just can't.
It's weird, right? I can't say Vinicius is the best player in the world. I cannot accept anyone's argument that a player who only plays well for his club team and just disappears completely for his national team deserves the best player in the world award.
Yeah.
I cannot accept that, not in a million years. If there's one requirement, it's play well for the two teams you play on.
Yeah. And Rodri did that, right?
Simple.
Okay,
and
so
Roy,
what do you think about the class as a whole? What do you think about the class as a whole? Yeah.
Not just great, but excellent for both Manchester City and Spain. And he drove both of them to great successes. Man City didn't win the Champions League, but he did win the Euro with Spain. He did take them to the title in Premier League.
The reason they won the Euro.
Okay, fine. But guys, what I really want to get at is you guys hinted on something, right? You mentioned, Rahi, that this is a weak class. Roy, would you agree with it? This is a weak class?
I brought it up with you guys between our shoots. Let me give you an idea of just how weak. Because if we have viewers who are, in their teens, maybe 18, 19, 20, they weren't around for the 2004. They probably weren't watching for the 2014. Let me name you some of the 2004, and then I'll name you some of the 2014. We have Andriy Shevchenko. We had Deco. We had Ronaldinho, Henry, Adriano, Nedved, Rooney, Carvalho, Nistelrooy, Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, Ibrahimovic, Samuel Eto'o, Kaká. This is ridiculous. This is insane. Not Messi. I threw in Messi because I have Messi in my mind all the time. Drogba, Buffon, Luis Figo, Zinedine Zidane.
Yeah.
I mean, Maldini. Are you kidding me? These are the players. These are greatest of all time players.
Like Hall of Fame players.
In this year's list, who do we have? Bellingham. We have Carvajal, and these are good players. Wirtz, Cruz, Yamal. They're good players, but they're not going to be, aside from one or two of those, in the conversation of best of all time. They're guys that probably don't even deserve to be in the room in this conversation. It's a very, very, very weak, and I would dare to say boring class. And a boring choice won it. Look at the past 15 years. You got players like, well, there's mainly two, Ronaldo and Messi, the most exciting players of all time. We got a couple other exciting players snuck in there. And now we have Rodri, who's a very, very good midfielder, but he's not the most exciting. He's not going to light up the world and have you crying at how beautiful he's playing.
Yeah, right. He's no Luka Modric, right, Rahi?
No, that's the best comparison you could think of is a player like this who has won in the past is Luka Modric. But to be honest, and I know I'm biased, there's no comparison. Luka Modric is a player at a different level. Rodri is a very, very, very good player. And he's had an incredible year, and he means so much to this team and both his teams, Spain and to Man City. But he's not in the same class as a player like
Not
Luka
even
Modric.
close.
Not
even close.
Yeah.
It's just not. And we've had this, we're going to have this, maybe this void for a little while, I think, until Yamal becomes maybe a couple of years, right? Then he maybe becomes the real best player in the world. And then we might have a dominant period where we get some younger players coming in. But to your point, it's a really boring list. It's a boring choice. There's no one exciting out there. There really isn't.
Who did you guys think, if we would have had this conversation a year ago and we were guessing who was going to win it, who would be the number one name in your mind? I have one.
A year ago?
Let's say a year and a half ago. Who would you have guessed would have won it this year?
I don't know. I would have thought if Haaland had a recovery season, it would be Haaland.
Bellingham, honestly.
That's wild because Mbappe, for years, was considered this is the guy that's going to take the crown every single year in Ballon d'Or. The second Messi and Ronaldo are no longer in consideration. Where has he gone?
Yeah. That's
a
whole video for another time.
Cup, I would have thought he's the
one. Post World Cup Mbappe, we thought he was 100% going to become the best player in the world, but it didn't happen. Rahi, what jersey are you wearing, by the way? There's an interesting. We want to finish with this story.
I'm wearing the jersey of the classiest organization, Roy, in the world, you might say, because what
can you show us the emblem?
Oh yeah, here we go. Can you see it?
Can't see it. No.
I'd rather not see it.
Oh, there it is. Real Madrid. All right.
So yes, I mean,
for those who aren't aware, there were no Real Madrid players in attendance at the Ballon d'Or, Rahi. So what did you have to say? Go ahead. What are you saying?
Well, Norm, it's natural as a classy organization. What do you do when you don't win, Roy? Do you shake the other people's hands? Do you tell them good job, Rodri, nice, good job? I mean, you had a great season. We tried, but just not close enough this time. We really, happy that you won instead. No, Roy, you don't even shake their hands. Don't even shake their hands. Instead,
that's not class.
You don't show up.
That's class.
Book all expense trade tip to Mallorca. Take everyone out there for the day. I mean, where are they, by the way? Because they were planning to arrive for the ceremony. I wonder where they all are now.
Yeah. So how ridiculous is this, Roy? How ridiculous is this boycott?
No,
I find it more than ridiculous. I find it a little disrespectful. I find it disgusting. I find it immature.
It's so disrespectful. It's so disrespectful.
Disgusting. It's such an ugly thing, and Madrid fans will likely back them up. I have some friends who are Madrid fans that are right. This is ridiculous. This is a scam. It's not a scam.
Yeah,
it's not a scam. This player did not play well for Brazil. Simply put.
No, but forget that. Not showing up. Not showing up. I mean, Rahi, you're a Real Madrid fan. I mean, like yourself, right? You lived in Madrid for a while, but like this is ridiculous, right?
It's insane. I mean, and guess who won? There's an award for best club, and they won that, right? So I mean, I disagree that Vinicius should have won, but this is just silly behavior, and it goes back to the whole Super League concept and just the way that some of these
things they've been involved in.
It's just. It's not, I mean, we're fans of the sport. We're fans of the game. We're not fans of an organization. I don't like, I want to watch them play. I don't want to watch them posture and act like,
Yeah. And look, you all saw Ronaldo sitting next to Messi at all these events. Sometimes one, sometimes the other one, and they were for the most part always there. So I think this is something. Let us know, fans out there, what you think about the Real Madrid boycott. Let us know about what you think about Rodri winning. But I think this is a great topic in terms of how good is it that that Real Madrid didn't show up. I mean, is that appropriate at all? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and we'd love to hear that. So yeah, let's finish there, boys. But keep watching the beautiful game. And let us know out there about who you thought should boycott the ceremony next time.
Even Emi Martinez showed up and was on his best behavior.
Amazing.
Took the trophy, and that's it. That's it. Didn't do anything with it.